into this big old bin, and it's a giant machine, and they crush it all to as small as they can, and then they basically melt it down, and that takes like superheating, and then you have to have like super large cauldrons to pour the molten glass into.
Yeah, because it's like a whole big process.
Yeah, it's a huge, expensive process, and the idea of just not using plastic anymore versus spending more on recycling glass, because you got to think, we haven't been using plastic predominantly for everything for that long of a time. That
right.
Like the world has not been using plastic for that long. Like maybe, I don't know, like 80, 90, 100 years. I don't know. But
what about like all those 3D models and shit?
That's
like
plastic.
Yeah, exactly. But like that's what I also mean by like new technology. Like for instance, a house. Like those 3D model houses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're capable of doing that.
I mean that for that example, for using plastic for that, that's cool, you know? But if you're going to use it for our food, I'd rather use cardboard.
Yeah, you got the idea behind the idea that we thought it would be a good idea to mass produce water in plastic bottles is ridiculous. I understand that metal is, it's expensive and it's not easily obtained.
Super expensive.
But it's better to just go with glass, Yeah. Like used to, you go to Sonic, and instead of taking your food home and eating it, you'd eat it right there because they'd bring you a tray out.
Yeah, because it used to be,
and you'd have a
that
tray.
was one of the last drive-thrus.
It was a diner. It was an outdoor diner. You drive up, they bring you a tray. It had glassware on it, and you had real silverware. So you had real plates made out of glass. You had real cups made out of glass, forks, and you would eat your food and bullshit with your classmates who are also there, or the neighbors that you saw that are there, or some of your enemies, whatever. Yeah. You just be like, I see you over there, Terry, punk ass. I knew you'd be here. Today's Wednesday, and you just got your check. I knew you would be here.
Yeah.
You just wait until I'm finished with my double cheeseburger.
That's
and
right.
I return my silverware and my, But yeah, it's cool, and I think we should revert back to that. There needs to be more of a movement.
I feel like it should be revert or socialism. We're not like actual socialism, but like everybody be more social and outside and having diners outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Don't ever say socialism. Socialism is bad.
No, that's bad. Yeah.
Bad.
There's a difference between being social and
but
socialism.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Socialism is...
It means a whole different word.
Yeah, socializing and communicating with you. We'll never go back in that route, but we definitely could force people if they want to eat fast food. Mm-hmm. Because if you look at how everything goes up, it goes up in increments. Like first you got like diners where you got to get out of your car and you walk in and you sit at the diner. And then they're like, oh, well, let's make a fast food style diner. Mm-hmm. Then you got an outdoor diner where they bring you the same food but into your car, and you don't have to get out of your car. And now we've gotten to the point where they bring you your food in a bag. Mm-hmm. And in a styrofoam cup with plastic lid, plastic straw, and then you drive the fuck off and you go home. And you sit down and you eat your food with, like, whatever by yourself or, whatever. Or you eat it on the run while you're going to your job. Like, everything is is for efficiency. Everything is for convenience. Like, what's convenient for you? Okay, well, I've got to get to this meeting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I need my food now, and I need to eat this food while I'm on the way over there because I just had to pick my kids up from class at 1:32, so I'm running low on time, but I still got to eat, otherwise I'm going to pass out
And that's how fast food came about.
And yeah, like it's all incrementally encroaching, and then soon we'll have, which I think it will be cool, but soon maybe we'll have like dehydrated food. Like the type of shit you see in like the Fifth Element or something, where
or like in Spy Kids, where like it's like this big.
Yeah,
you put it in the microwave, and then
it's a whole meal. Yeah, like that would be cool.
That would be so.
That would be really cool, but it's probably gonna have hella health problem.
It's gonna have a lot of health problems.
Yeah, it can't. There's nothing natural about that.
No, there's nothing natural.
So I can't imagine that being good. But
do you ever think we're gonna run out of resources?
Like resources, like what, metal,
like vegetation, and
oh, dude, like we've already scarred our earth. This is, I mean, that's biblical, bro. We're supposed to. God had a whole set plan for us and how to do agriculture and whatnot, and it's 100% that if you don't follow that plan, that negative things. That's why we have fertilizer now. Super poisonous. Like truly, it used to not be necessary, but now it is. Like now we have to have it, or else we can't grow anything.
Yeah, because we fucked it up.
Yeah, we ruined it. You're supposed to give. I forgot what the amount of time was, but you're supposed to hit a couple seasons, then let the land rest. Like let everything die in it. Let the bugs do their thing.
Have you ever seen what back then used to look like when we came to foods? Like foods never looked like this.
No, dude,
like
a
carrot.
Yeah,
a carrot was just a straw.
Yeah,
and then now
they're massive.
Yeah. So like our version of baby carrots is even bigger than what it used to be.
Yeah, man. And
because of just multiplying and geneticking.
Genetic engineering. Yeah. And it's not good.
That's kind of crazy to think about. That
it is.
All crazy. The food that we eat is not the same as what people 100 years ago ate.
Right.
It's all bigger and fatter.
It was because we are more worried about the feeling of being full than we are.
What is that, gluttony?
Yeah. Like we're just worried about that feeling. Like I'm hungry. I need to be full.
Yeah.
Instead of that carrot that you're describing from back in the day was probably so dense in all the same nutrients, then half of the nutrients you get out of the size of we're getting.
Yeah, because it's mostly, technically, if you would think about it.
Yeah, because carrots are roots.
Yeah, and what you would think about it is, it's not really fat. It's just mostly made of air.
Yeah, aerated. Yeah,
which makes you feel full.
Yeah,
which is also a big thing when it comes to like popcorn and stuff.
But your body will stay fuller longer with solid nutrients. Which it needs. If you give your body more to process, like okay, you just ate like a super calorie dense, nutrient dense carrot, and now your body's like, I gotta process all this. Boop 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 boop. But instead, now you get you get like shitty food that's aerated, like you said. It's just all for the idea of your mind thinking that it's full.
Yeah.
And you eat that, and your body's like, "What the hell you want to do this?" There's like 2 grams of.
Why do you think we eat so much in portions? Because the way I think about it is like
that's an American thing.
Yeah, because most of our foods are made up of fats and air.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's definitely an American thing, and I don't know. It's just because we've got to be the best. And to be the best, we've got to be the best fed. We've got to have the most. And if you want to be super big and strong, you can't just eat cheeseburgers all the time. You go to the GNC store and you buy stuff that says, this will make you super big and strong. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And it does. Obviously, it works. But...
yeah,
it's super unnatural, and I mean, it was unnecessary. You didn't have to do that back in the day.
Oh no!
But you're trying to feed billions of people in the world, trying to make sure billions of people don't go hungry. So I kind of understand the where they kind of
like that necessity to push that forward.
Right. But there's pros and cons in just about everything.
True.
But I mean, human beings can go a while without eating.
Yeah.
Like a very, very long time. And water's not that hard of a resource to come by. So, at least not for us.
Yeah.
And not for the majority of the world. I've never understood why. Like, I get in deserts, people have issues with water wells and stuff, but it's like, come on.
Like over here.
Yeah, like go somewhere where there is water, obviously. You don't just stay in a shitty spot where there's no water.
Because at that point, it's just your fault.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're not doing what's necessary. Maybe you should die. Maybe your village should die so that, people like you won't breed more people thinking.
Yeah, you just get that little lesson.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Because literally all you got to do to get water is there's water over there. Now we've got to not live here anymore, but go over there.
Nomad style, move to the water. That's how animals do it. They move to the water.
Do the water, baby. And I'm just kidding. I don't think that, I don't want anybody to die.
Yeah, no.
For just to be funny.
Peyton's a good guy. He ain't like that.
Yeah. But seriously, go, if you're thirsty, drink from the water that never runs out.
Yeah.
From Jesus. I'm serious. Obviously.
Yes, sir.
I'm very serious.
Yes, sir.
But anyways, yeah, so I agree, man. We're either gonna balance it out at some point, because right now we're way too worried about this global warming garbage.
Dude, it's
so stupid.
Nonsense.
It's so stupid.
It is.
The polar ice caps are melting in one spot and then freezing in others. So it's like,
it's so thick and like the ice caps are so fucking thick.
In Los Angeles,
like, don't they go back? Doesn't the ice caps, don't they go down for like a mile?
Yeah, they're
ice?
big. They're big. They're big boys, and they just like they get dusted off. And just because we can see the fact that they're changing and things are changing and the seasons are changing, we're throwing ourselves into a frenzy. We're like, this is not how it was 6 years ago. Oh my gosh. We got, oh boy. And the numbers are telling us this. It's like, just wait and see what God has planned.
Yeah.
And let him do his thing. He knows everything. He created matter. He's going to take care of it.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So stop tripping.
Yep. Just let it all happen.
Yeah, man. We
got
got
all
a
these power guys, and then these powerhouse guys, and then now.
Yeah.
I mean, can't really control that part.
The what? The
whole people in power kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean, we could be like France and grow a pair and go outside.
Oh, shit. Speaking of fucking France. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
No, go ahead.
Dude, so, I think that's a little too loud. Hold on. I think it just, let me see. La 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 la. Okay. I think you're good. But, so, here's what I discovered. I don't know the correct dates, and I don't know the correct, dates.
Right.
I saw this video. Have you heard of this this spokes lady named Candace Owens?
I've heard of her.
She does like political. She does like
yeah.
Political spokesperson kind of stuff.
Right.
And she made this video. It explains slavery, who invented it, who ended it, and just the whole 9 years about slavery.
Yeah.
Turns out Africans and Egyptians and like all that Middle East, slavery started over there. Right?
You didn't know that?
But what I did not know, I knew that, but what I did not know was that Great Britain and France, white countries, European white countries, were the first countries ever to never have slaves.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So it turns out that it wasn't these movements that ended slavery. It wasn't Abraham Lincoln. He wasn't the first one.
Yeah.
Well, none of that. It was Great Britain and France, were the first ones to ever end slavery.
Oh.
So joke's on them. White people were the ones that ended slavery.
Right.
Because if you go to Africa, it's still tribal, dude.
Yeah.
Africa is super tribal.
It makes so much sense to make slaves out of your enemies. I don't know how people can't connect that.
Exactly.
You're my enemy. I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to use you to do stuff.
Yeah.
Super simple.
Yeah.
Makes the most sense to me in the world.
Craziest thing is that the most trafficked in the world, most human trafficking, most drug trafficking, most just everything when it comes to slavery.
Yeah. Women.
Africa. Africa is the number one country in history for slave trade, slave trafficking, sex trafficking,
well, Africa
drug
is like
trafficking.
an entire continent. It's massive, and there's so many different countries in Africa.
That is very true.
Or on the continent.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that makes, that doesn't surprise me at all.
It's because they were the ones that, no racism, but this is facts, that Africa is the last continent to be civilized. Because they still are in the Stone Age still.
They're crawling out of it, but I see what you're saying.
Some of them are because they're getting introduced into those TikToks that are coming out, which I believe that are 100% true, that those Africans are lean, bro. Have you not seen those videos?
That's what like a regular body looks like.
Exactly. And I was doing like just listening to podcasts here and there, and I've heard that some of them that they talked about were that they were just excruciatingly, or I'm trying to use big words. They're genetically just like
immaculate.
That. Yeah, they're just like that.
Yeah. Well, it's not that they're like that. They're not poisoned.
Yeah,
like
they're like the most like healthiest people.
Yeah, they're not poisoned by genetic altering of their meat and their food. And if they're hungry, they actually have to get off their ass and go do something about it. They don't just go to the grocery store and pick up meat. They go and like, okay, I'm hungry. My village is hungry. I'm a man. It's time for me to go find something out there to slaughter. And to bring home for dinner.
Because
it's
something
you know what ends up happening whenever you do stuff like that?
What's up?
You're not as hungry as you were before.
Those fuckers can go a week without eating.
Yeah, and anybody can go a week without eating. Except for like hypoglycemia, all the obvious people that can't. But it all makes sense, Ed. It all makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
I understand what you're saying. Though those people have a lot of those people don't even want to come to America because of what they see on TV and stuff. And they're like, I don't want to deal. All the African, I've met so many African people from Africa. They don't even like it here. They don't understand why men wear deodorant and all different kind and that's just like a cultural thing. But they also don't understand why people treat each other so bad.
It's crazy to think about. America's the only place like that.
No, it's not the only place.
Well,
but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the most populated.
We're the most populated. Yeah, we're the most popular country to just take advantage of everything.
Yes.
And not give anything back hardly. And then we try to play big brother to other countries.
Yeah, and then it's just that gullibility that we just fall into, man. Like, for instance, I'm personally not a fan of the U.S. getting involved in Israel and Hamas. Because honestly, bro, they've been having a war a lot longer than founding countries. Thousands of years. I wouldn't say thousands, but for hundreds of years, they've been going at it.
Oh no, they've been going at it for a long. You're right. The first time, they've been in like their own Cold War for forever. But the reason why I disagree is we're not going to lose Israel. We're not going to let Israel fall. We can't. Mainly, and I'm not even talking from like a biblical perspective. It's mainly because they they produce. I really don't think we should talk about this because there's a lot.
You think it's really, too fresh?
Huh?
You think it's too fresh?
It's not that it's too fresh. It's that
too controversial.
That and it's so many different people are gonna look at it differently. I mean, that's everything, obviously, but Israel has like the best Air Force in the world, and
really,
oh yeah. So the Swiss have the best pilots, but the Israel's got the best Air Force ever. They're just really, really, really good at everything that they do. They're phenomenal. And I mean, if you look at the size of Israel compared to the people that they've been fighting forever,
yeah,
they've been tactically dominating them for a very long time. Because Israel's not a very big place.
Yeah.
Compared to the enemy that they're surrounded by. But it's just that one place that everybody wants. Primarily the Palestinian people, you know. And I don't know a lot. I don't know enough about it to really go off on a tangent about it. I just think that maybe America shouldn't go broke helping them, but we should definitely like back them up and be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna send a couple warships over here, and we're gonna send in like a bunch of our best, the very, very best of our trained people, and we're gonna help them out. Just because, you know,
because we just have that in us, right?
Well, yeah, I'll bring up a scenario for you, and I want you to tell me what you think.
Okay, lay it on me.
Okay, and this is the way it was kind of just like described to me. Was you're on a ship, right?
Yeah.
And you're out in the middle of the ocean on a ship. You got your brother with you.
Okay.
And then you got a guy that you kind of know with you, and then he's got his son with him or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, well, your brother believes in God, and you believe in God, right? So they're like,
course.
Okay, la da da da.
Yeah.
Well, you're kind of sort of friend, but not really friend. Just the guy that you've been talking to him, you met on the boat, yada yada, and his son. They don't know anything about God.
No.
Okay. Now, your brother and this guy and his son, all three of them fall off into the ocean.
Okay.
You can only save one.
Ooh.
Or, well, you can either save the brother, the kind of guy you know and his son, or you can save your brother. Like, morally, based on your faith, and logically, who does it make the most sense to save? Not based off of your feelings for your brother, but who does it make the most sense to save?
That's kind of like a question that automatically leads to the father and son.
Yeah, it does. But why?
Well, because they know how to drive the boat.
No, they don't know how to drive. They have nothing to do with driving the boat.
Oh. Well, because the father still has to teach his son how to live.
No. You're getting closer, I guess, in a way. It's because you and your brother believe in Christ. And you know that even if your brother were to perish, you know where he's going. But the father and the son don't. They don't know him. And if they were to die now, who knows? Like what's going to happen to them? Like what?
Because they don't have that faith.
Because they don't have the faith, and so it's kind of a weird scenario because there's a great deal of arguments, and I'd love to hear people's arguments. Like
leave them down in the comments for good old Peyton.
Yeah. I'd love to see because I've still got my qualms with it myself, but that's the way that we should kind of look at Israel. Because Israel, although they believe in God, they don't believe in Jesus Christ, and that's the biggest thing. They never believed that Jesus Christ was Messiah.
Yeah.
And obviously the Bible tells us that there's no way to heaven but through me, and that that's Jesus. So it doesn't matter who you are. So it's like you save the ones that need to be saved, not the ones that you want to save, I guess.
Because they already
in kind of a way, like
because they should already have that sort of peace if you're part of that faith.
Yeah, because in this scenario that I painted for you,
yeah,
your brother dies.
Right.
You know you're gonna see him again.
Right.
You have the faith. You believe.
And they don't.
They don't. So where does that leave them? Okay, I should take the kid out. Kids are saved regardless. Just the guy, just the older gentleman.
No, I get what you mean.
Kids are automatically saved. It doesn't matter what they believe.
God, it's because of that mortal sin, just that mortal.
It's because God's not.
Morality.
God doesn't. All children already belong to Him, so there is no. You don't become like. You don't become accountable for your own sin until like you understand deeply the difference between right and wrong.
Well, like a consciousness.
Yeah, exactly. So whenever you consciously do something you're not supposed to do, that is a sin. You know what I mean? That is a sin.
Okay.
But there's a sin. There's different sins that you can commit depending on what. Obviously what it is, what predicament or what situation you're in.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But that's how I look at Israel. Yeah. That's how I look at Israel. They don't have Christ. We should have patience for them, and we should save them and help them as much as we can, so that more of them can find Christ. Because God is incredibly patient with us, and He's given us a lot of time to get situated. And plus the Bible tells us that we should help them.
Yeah.
Help His people. Those were His people, but they may have denied Him all the way up until all the way up to now, but it doesn't matter. He still wants us to help a brother out,
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. And
100%.
that's from a biblical point of view. From a financial point of view, we should have nothing to do with that war.
Oh, dude.
We're so poor. We're so freaking poor. Like, we're in so much debt.
I know, dude. We're so
financially,
fucked.
It makes zero sense for us to do anything to help anybody.
Dude, we're so we're so fucked, dude.
We're so freaking poor. Dude, people are going to be, whenever people start going hungry and stuff and they actually realize what actual hunger feels like,
dude.
It's going to be eye-opening.
It's going to be like the Great Depression all over again, dude. And in the same era 100 years ago, dude. 100 fucking years ago. Yeah, 100 years ago, they were battling the same shit we are. But
nothing's new under the sun, Ed.
But under our standards, it turns out that this year is the worst year in human history to live.
Yeah.
Because of how much shit is going on.
Yeah, it's just because we've got more distractions than people did back in the day.
We've never had more shit happen to us other than, the two atomic bombs.
I don't know anything about those statistics, but I agree that right now we're in a bit of a pickle, Rick.
Yeah, we're in a very bad
pickle.
We're in a very bad spot right now, and it's kind of frightening, honestly, because
folks are
who knows what's gonna happen, man? Who knows? Right now, it's just like one of those Jack in the Box. You don't know when the damn jester's gonna come out.
Yeah. You're right. But it's also an exciting time for believers because
everything's been proven right.
Huh?
Everything's been proven right.
Yeah, the Bible has definitely been revealing, or has been proven correct in a lot of the things that have gone on, but it's been proven correct for forever. I mean, ever since it said man or son will go against father and daughter against mother, or however it goes. I mean, it's been correct. There's so much correctness It's all correct. It's all logical. It's all beautiful. It's all good. Read your Bible.
Sorry about that, Peyton. I know that it looked like I wasn't having your full attention.
No. You're good, brother.
But
I'm running my mouth over here.
Oh, you're good. I am listening, just so you know.
No,
I just wanted to let you know that.
I get it.
That I am.
You're being
this.
you're being like a host and a the recorder guy. Producer. That's the word. Yeah. So that's it's all good.
It's kind of hard. I need a second person who knows who I can teach.
Well, once we have money like that,
stuff.
we can hire a dude and we can just do the podcast.
I want to do things like volunteer wise. You know what I mean?
Like somebody who's interested in
who's
the
just
stuff
willing
and you
to
provide
do
you provide the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
And that's what I'm. Listen, so I don't know if you pay attention, but John kind of puts it in the group chat a lot. That I don't have it pulled up. That our YouTube reached 1.5K or 1.05K. So 1,050. We got subscribers.
Yeah.
And we wanted to fucking fucking hell yeah, dude. We did a good job.
What does that even mean?
Well, we got 1,000 subscribers. People subscribe to us.
Okay, well I get that.
It's like it's sort of like a little milestone for like the YouTube.
Oh, like okay, so okay, I see what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. They go by milestones.
Right.
About people who support you. That's how the subscribers work.
Right. So you wanted to do like something special, is what you're saying.
Well, not sort of like something special, but just to keep you in the loop of like what's going on.
Yeah, you do got to keep me in the loop.
Exactly. And then we reached 1,000 subscribers and our podcast, the Pimp Chimpin 4, because I was talking to John that we're gonna start doing our whenever it's just us with no guests.
Yeah.
It's gonna be called Pimp Chimpin is our titles. And it's gonna have just our numbers, just
right.
basic episodes really.
Right.
But I just wanted to fill you in that
that's our new situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I like it. I agree with it.
Yeah. And
if I don't agree with something, I'll definitely let you know.
Yeah. And to keep something even, something I like to do is keep everything equal.
Yeah.
And I asked John some sort of questions I've asked you already, but I'm gonna ask you a few more. That way we just keep it equal, but different at the same time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even though me and you have had different conversations compared to John. So the one I wanted to ask was, this is our 6th episode.
Golly.
Yeah, I know, right? And this is our 6th episode, and I wanted to ask you, Mr. Peyton, with an AE, Peyton.
That's right, baby.
That's right. Don't get it right, or else he'll kick your ass.
Yeah.
But I learned that one. But but anyways, what is something that you're willing to tell the viewers? What is something that you're willing to be comfortable about? About you. About who is Peyton? What does this man like to do? And just fill in what we were supposed to ask in our first podcast, which was
like
the introduction of like who you are. So people have been watching us and they just literally don't know shit. They're just like, we're just like 3 dudes.
We're that's it, man.
Yeah, literally.
Okay.
And so
tell them.
Yeah, just a little backstory, just something that you're comfortable talking about. It don't matter what you're talking about. It's just as long as it comes from you. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Mm-hmm. So
we're doing the introduction now then.
Well, I might as well. As well.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
You know what I mean? So.
You want me to start now?
Well, I don't care. It don't matter really.
Oh, okay.
Just talk about yourself, really.
I was born in a small town.
Mm-hmm.
30 minutes away from here.
Mm-hmm.
I was like an undiagnosed psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid.
Undiagnosed.
Yeah. Well, it's really hard to I didn't have empathy. So I didn't understand what feelings were for a long time while I was a kid. But it probably had a lot to do with the fact that I was a preemie, like a super preemie.
Mm-hmm.
And my brain just wasn't developed enough for me to understand the differences between like hurting something or yada yada
oh
yada.
yeah, like you didn't know the difference.
Yeah, because
wouldn't they be like Asperger's or something?
No, because I knew what I was doing was not right.
But you just did it.
I did it
wanted
anyways because I wanted to see how it made me feel, and it didn't make me feel anything.
Oh shit.
And it wasn't good what I was doing. I won't say that right now.
That's all you can say if you want.
Yeah. But I was a little kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's so like that's how. Anyways, more into that later. I was born in a small town. I had issues as a kid. Obviously, I grew up pretty poor. Single mom. My little brother. I mean, we did the best we could. I have stories for days about stuff, but that's pretty much like the average kind of half white, half black guy story. Daddy's not there.
Yeah.
Daddy wasn't there.
Yeah, to
take me to the fair.
He can say it because
Daddy didn't care.
He's half, so it's pretty.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Dad. If you ever watch this, God.
You ever told your dad? You ever told your dad about this?
No, my dad and I love my dad to death, and and I know he loves me to death, but we don't have like a super personal kind of thing going on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like we spend time together and stuff like that, but we don't.
And that's it.
As far as like being all up in each other's business and stuff, like we don't do that yet.
That's how my family is.
Yeah, and it's weird because even though my dad and I are like that, I'm still more personal with my dad than you are with your family. It's crazy. Like the fact that you don't tell your mom you love her after like you get off the phone or before you get off the phone bewilders me. I don't understand it.
My mom don't do it either.
I know she doesn't.
It's just something we do. We don't.
It's weird. That's super weird. Like,
yeah, no, it's just it's weird for us.
To me, it's weird. To me, it's weird. I'm not trying to like if that's y'all's thing.
No, you're good,
y'all
dude.
Just know you love each other, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not saying that you're a super weirdo, but it's like to me, it's weird, and I think it's really unique, and
we're really different.
It's super different. Yeah.
We're like a really gothic type of family.
You are. That's like the perfect way I would.
We're
describe.
gothic. We're a gothic family.
I would even go like I don't know if it's up or down, but I'd go like down a notch and say you're emo. You're an emo.
No, I'm not emo.
Dude, you just don't want to say it and admit it because it's more accurate.
No.
And goth sounds cooler.
No.
Because whenever I think of goth, I think of like 16th century churches with all their cool like.
That's kind of like how my. That's kind
of buildings and stuff.
Well, yeah, but just wearing all the black and like my whole family just wears black. Like we just wear black t-shirts, black pants, black shoes.
Yeah, but you treat each other super emo. Like you're just like really aggressive with each other, and then you get off the phone, and then you're like, okay, yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, it's just normal.
That's super emo. That's not goth. Goth is more like, hey, I had a horrible day today. How was your day? It's like the Addams Family. You know what I mean? Except there's still love in there. But emo is more like there is no love. I just want to know what love is.
There is love. There is love. We just don't say it.
Yeah.
No,
I get it, man.
Oh, okay.
Not everybody.
I got a
you
better
don't have to say it all the time.
I got a better way to explain it.
It's better to prove it.
It's more of like we come from a heavy metal family.
Yeah.
We're a heavy metal family.
Right. And I was just a heavy metal kid.
Yeah.
And my mom is super country.
All of us were like that.
Yeah. So you were all into like
we all
Chevelle, like.
See, I wasn't. My older brother was. I was more into
you will show me the way.
I was more into the old school stuff, kind of like how my dad was. And I was into rap.
You're super into rap now.
I'm kind of in a
boat. You're a rap. You know everything about rap. Not everything, but like you know a lot about like what's going on with Boosie and what's like
Boosie.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I don't know shit about that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I have a really deep love for music.
Yeah,
it's
and
just such a beautiful thing. Music is such a.
It is
spark in my life.
Yeah, and it's heavily influential.
Mm-hmm. It really impacts my life. That's how I live my life, is with music.
Yeah, it makes sense why you want to be a producer.
Mm-hmm. I want to be a producer. I want to be a film editor. I just want to do the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. You just need to go to school.
Nah, fuck that, dude. I'd rather just learn like this.
No, man, because that's how you make connections. You know, you make really good friends. I'm anti-college than a motherfucker. You know, I'm super anti-college, but
I know.
You could obtain the skills, obviously, without going to school because you're doing it now. But I think that you get. And I don't know shit, you know, don't listen to me, but I'm feeling like you get more connections for this type of stuff when you do go to school. Like you meet, like you come together with like a group of people and y'all are working on a set and y'all are talking to each other, and then one guy's like, you know what, hey, I got this project I'm working on. Yo, Ed, you'd be really cool. I think it'd be cool if you come and help me out. And then you're like, you're the next Spielberg or some shit. But if you're just doing it by yourself on your own, then, and you know you're not by yourself because, you know, John and I are here and all that good stuff. I mean, we're in your corner and we support you. But in that kind of scenario, you would have got like-minded individuals. It's kind of like, you know, going to church. You go to church not because you have to go to church, but because you are surrounded by people that believe in the same thing that you do in the same way, hopefully-ish, around the same way, you know. And you can spend time with them, and you can collab with them and talk about like all the stuff and how amazing God is and whatnot. And then you go back out into the world and deal with a bunch of people that just hate God.
See, like, I want to put myself out there. I just don't want to spend that much money.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Just to meet people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd rather go for like a film festival.
Well, it's not. You can't just say it's just to meet people. You would still learn.
I mean, you're just learning the theories, the shit that I already know.
No, you can't. Don't be that jaded. You gotta go in with empty your cup, bro, and go in with an empty cup. And I know that a majority of the shit you're gonna learn is not gonna it would have anything to do or pertain to what you're after. But it would be, I almost want to shoot myself in the head for saying all this. Maybe find like a place that specializes in just this and pay them personally.
Like podcasting?
It would be like, or producing in general. Like, it would be, what I'm trying to get you to do would be like walking up to Dr. Dre, handing him a fistful of money and being like, teach me how to do what you do.
I'd rather just say I will work for you for free.
Or there you go.
That's what I would do.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'll
intern.
for you for free,
Yeah, that stuff like that. So like maybe don't go to school, but somebody
there's a lot of ears turning as soon as they hear free.
Yeah, free.
Like, you don't gotta pay me nothing. I just gotta watch you. I'll be your shadow. I mean,
he's good. He makes listen to he does all this and we sound really good.
I do this right here when we're sitting and recording. Yeah. I'm staying here late. Honestly, whenever I finished editing the last episode, I think it took me a day and a half.
Yeah.
To get it all done, and then editing the thumbnail, which is honestly one of my favorite ones because it just has so much detail into it. I just like those vintage type stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm not gonna lie, but you needed a chair more. Let's be honest.
Having a what?
I said they're cool and it's cool, but you needed a chair more. Let's be honest.
Needed a chair?
Yeah, a chair.
Oh
chair.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna find the perfect chair. We should just do a thing where we have a different chair every week until we find the best perfect chair. Because
we gotta find one.
Because it's gonna be hard to beat the beanbag.
Yeah,
everybody wants the beanbag.
We're trying to substitute the beanbag for like either a couch or a chair.
No, he's trying to sell. Nobody else wants to do this except for him because
it just takes up too much room, bro.
Dude, it's
either that or I want to get a smaller table right here.
Or we ditch this big ass table that's doing nothing at the moment, and we put a couch there. But then you wouldn't be able to. Do you even use that closet that's back there?
It's full of stuff in there.
Do you need it normally?
It's just storage.
But then we can throw a freaking chair. We can throw a mini couch right there.
That would be cool though. But where would we put the camera?
That is a good point. There was discussion. We need to get you a real camera. Yeah. I told you my buddy was selling his camera.
I'm using my iPhone.
Yeah, and it does a splendid job. But if we got that real camera, we could put it in that corner up there, like we discussed, and then it would just be there. You wouldn't have to move it or do nothing. You just turn it on, plug it in. You know.
That would be.
It is kind of expensive though, but it does shoot in 4K. So
there is this camera I did find on here. I'll show you after the pod.
Yeah.
But it works with the same program that I'm using right now.
That's dope.
But it's with camera.
Yeah.
It has its own actual camera, but you can also use it with an iPhone too.
Cool.
So it's pretty legit. It's not bad. Yeah. It's pretty good. It does the job.
It does. And Facebook Marketplace has a lot of options also.
I'm always on there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always looking on finding some good ass deals.
Right. It's like maybe I go pick up some tools, or maybe I need to go pick up a chair. Super cheap. And a lot of people give away chairs for free too. So
that's what I've been looking for too, just for somebody to just give away some chairs, bro. Just come in, support us. Support us.
Man.
Support us, please.
We can't be so cheap. We go get a chair. Anyway, we got so far off topic.
I know, dude. I know.
We'll try again. Yeah. Because that's a long. I'm gonna have to think about it, man, because people's lives are so incredibly dense.
Yeah.
Like super dense. There's so much stuff, and it's like what about me would a person that I only just met want to know, other than the fact that, one, he's not a murderer, he's not going to kill me. Two, he's not going to make me feel like an idiot during the first like couple of seconds of our conversation. And three, like, can I make this person laugh, and can he make me laugh? Like what kind of, or the very first one is like, does this guy believe in Christ? You know what I mean? Not that I can't be friends with atheists. I have so many friends that are atheists, but it's always good to know, you know, because I offend so many people when they find out that I'm a Christian, and they're just like, they want to hammer me, and not in like the fun way. But
makes no sense.
No, it does. It does make sense. It's called the reprobate mind. And it's really interesting, and I think you should look it up. That anytime you talk about Christ around a person that's got the reprobate mind, they really, really, really cannot listen to you. They can't hear you at all. And it's utterly true. Like, just people who have zero openness for the idea of Christ.
Yeah.
They won't listen. They'll scoff and they'll guffaw and they'll blow you off, man. And it's really insane because it only proves the Bible even more.
Because it's saying how people act.
Well, for one, they're not respecting you because they don't want to listen to you.
Yeah.
But for two, since it's already been written, it's got to be true. So since they have a reprobate mind, they're not going to listen to you.
Yeah.
It's like trying to get a drunken, methed out person to try to listen to you tell them about, like, I don't know, ballerinas or something.
Some ballerinas.
I freaking love ballerinas, bruh. I'm trying to go to the ballet.
Really?
Yeah, man. I have a genuine,
The Chinese one?
That's the one we've got downtown. That big building. We've got a ballet now.
Oh.
And we've got like an orchestra situation going on.
Yeah, the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in there, but the tickets are kind of expensive, which I agree with, but I don't have the money. Like if I had the money, I would pay it to go, and I'd go buy like a nice get dressed, get the wife all ready, and we could go and chill and learn some, because I have such a huge respect for people who brandish a skill to the point where they can do it and make it look effortless. And even though I know that it's hard, like balancing on your tippy toes, the amount of dexterity you have to have.
It's like all the time. You're always just fucking on your tippy toes.
Yeah, throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
You're twirling around. You're exerting like incredible force on yourself that the audience doesn't see.
Yeah.
You don't feel how like strained their legs are when they're doing it.
Oh, dude, you don't.
But whenever you look at a ballerina's feet without
it's horrible.
They're jacked up.
Yeah, it's horrible.
So they're doing it because they genuinely love it and they want to endure to obtain the skill, and I have such a deep respect for that. Just for like I have respect for fighters.
Yes.
And all, all that stuff too. But ballerinas, they float, and for one, they're beautiful.
You do what you love, will work a day in your life.
That's right, baby.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Trying to just live your life?
I'm trying to live my life for Christ, man. I'm trying to do the best I can in that way. Because if I lived a life for me, I'd probably be in jail or something,
Yeah.
Or maybe not be in jail, but I definitely wouldn't be as happy and filled with joy as I am now.
Yeah.
I'd still be, Peyton, just lesser aware Peyton.
Yeah, you're just more chill, laid back, just.
No, I wouldn't be chilled and laid back. I probably wouldn't even be married.
What are you enjoying in life right now?
Am I? What am I enjoying in my life right now?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to learn how to use an oscilloscope. Yeah.
Like for the charts?
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's an oscilloscope.
Yeah.
And it was super intimidating at first, but now I really, really want one, but they're expensive. And they're really useful for cars. And I need one, actually.
Those of you who don't know, please, Peyton, would you like to explain what the fuck you just said?
Oh, an oscilloscope?
Yeah.
So whenever you go to the hospital and you have that box on that metal pole thing, and it tells you your heartbeat and boop, boop, boop. Well, that's basically what it is. Except I didn't know, I had no idea until just today that they're used for everything.
Oh shit.
For everything.
Well, yeah, because aren't they like just a chart, just a graph?
So no, they're not. It's so much more than that. But yeah, you can tell whatever it is you're measuring. So you put a diode onto the oscilloscope, and then you attach it to like a 12-volt battery.
Oh shit.
And it shows you the chart. And basically that chart is telling you what that battery's power is doing through time. So if you left the little diode clips attached to the negative and positive, and you left it there and you recorded it, it'll show you where the battery's draining, when is the battery's draining.
Like on that fucking second.
On that, the what?
Or like on that second, it changed.
Yeah, because it's showing it to you. It's recording to you.
Kind of like those
a
needles.
Live feed. Yeah, it's recording to you a live feed of what that battery's electricity is doing.
Oh, that's what we use all the time at my job. But they're all over the conveyor belts.
Yeah.
And they regulate and they adjust and just the whole 9 yards. All that live. So they're operating.
Yeah. And so it just shows you. And
I'm kind of learning that a little bit.
That's cool, man. It's really good to know. Then you'll have less problems with the oscilloscope. They're just intimidating because there's lots of buttons and knobs, but they're just all options.
Yeah.
So, and you use them they're really useful in the car and in the automotive industry because of if you got a customer that's got a problem, you just can't figure out what it is. If you leave the car there overnight and you attach it to their battery or to their starter to whatever,
they can tell you when
it'll tell you. Yeah, it'll be like, okay, you're getting a spike here at this time for some reason, so you need to actually replace this, this, and this, or your fuses aren't right somewhere because the pattern did this at some point. So it can't like full on diagnose it, but it can definitely tell you if something's not broken.
Yeah.
And then it can tell you if something is. Sometimes it can tell you if something is for sure broken, but it can't tell you why. You know what I mean? It's not super insane like that. Sometimes it can. It'll help you deduce better. That's why I like automotives, man. Like mechanics and stuff, is because it's kind of like a detective work. Not anymore because we've got so many tools now, so we narrow it down. But it's still like detective work,
right?
You know, back in the day, mechanics could walk outside to their 1967. 1967 Chevy, not Bel Air, but what am I thinking of? Anything. You can walk outside and turn the car on and just listen to it, and they could tell you what was wrong with it. You know what I mean?
Just because them old heads, they can fucking tell.
Yeah, they just knew, and that's a dying skill, and not necessarily because people aren't doing it
just
anymore.
That technology, man.
Technology.
They don't need to do it anymore.
That. Yes, but it's mainly because there's so many different things now that could go wrong. Like,
oh yeah, there's more like stuff added to it.
Yeah, you've got heated seats, you've got drive assist, you've got all these different electronics.
Yeah, and like sometimes your heated seats won't turn the car on or something like that.
Right, like your heated seats are broken, so you can't start your car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing with some things. And that sucks. That sucks a big giant wee. Yeah.
That's fucking horrible.
Yeah, it definitely sucks. But yeah, so I'm really getting into that right now, and I'm loving it, man. It's really cool. What else was I?
Are you at least Pimp Chimpin?
I'm Pimp Chimpin, baby.
Oh, yes, sir.
Pimp Chimpin, going to work, coming home from work, enjoying a little bit of time I've got after work.
And just Pimp Chimpin.
And Pimp Chimpin.
Yes, sir.
And yeah.
Yeah.
But we should close her down because it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, no, yeah. And it's on Tuesday of Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody.
I'm not going to say it. I can't.
Say it. Don't be a pussy.
I can't say it.
Don't be a bitch.
Happy Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Happy Tuesday.
Let's go. That's another story for another time. Me and Halloween, damn it. I used to love Halloween. Now I can't anymore. I'm trying not to.
I felt that.
You know what I mean?
I haven't really done a Halloween in like 2 years.
So I would completely do it if it wasn't messing with my conscience, because of the whole like. Now that I know why Halloween's a thing. It's hard for me to support it, but
it's very cultivating.
Yeah, but people don't celebrate Halloween because of those reasons anymore, you know? They're just wanting candy and
that's
dress
true.
up
I just want
hoes.
my goddamn candy, boys.
Dude, that's what I'm wanting. I'm trying to go find some kids and fucking candy snatch them.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's horrible. These are horrible things. It'd be hilarious. I would give the candy back. Or money. All right, man. Let's shut her.
All right, shut her down.
What do you want me to do?
Well, peace out, homies. Is there anything else you want to say?
No.
No, we're good.
Peace. We're doing the pieces. Peace.
See you later, boys.
See ya.